Good evening, Husky fans, and welcome back to Husky Central News. I'm Mason Bennett, and I'm glad to be back after being flat on my back with an injury. But today I'm diving into a crucial matchup for Washington football as the Dawgs head east to College Park, Maryland. Coming off a tough loss to top-ranked Ohio State, Jedd Fisch and the Huskies are looking to bounce back against the Terrapins in what odds makers expect to be a new yet old-school Big Ten clash. Washington enters the game as a 6.5-point favorite on the road. The over-under is set at 53.5 points, suggesting a scoreline somewhere around 30-24 in favor of the Huskies. Vegas still believes Washington is the better team, but the line reflects a 2,700-mile-long trip across the country and Maryland's dangerous pass rush. So let's talk about the Terps. Maryland is coming into this game unbeaten at 4-0, and while the schedule hasn't been loaded with heavyweights, the Terrapins have done their job. They open with non-conference wins over Florida Atlantic, Northern Illinois, and Towson before heading to Madison and upsetting Wisconsin on their own turf in their Big Ten opener. The story of Maryland's season so far is the emergence of true freshman quarterback Malik Washington. Through just 4 games, he's thrown for more than 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns and only 1 interception. Against Wisconsin, he delivered 2 touchdown passes, added a rushing score, and showed poise well beyond his age. He's already connected on explosive plays, including a 62-yard strike to Shalik Knotts that showcased his arm strength. But on the flip side is Maryland's rushing attack. They've managed just over 100 yards a game on the ground, averaging barely 3.5 yards per carry. Players like Iverson Howard and DeJuan Williams have flashed, but overall, the Terps remain a pass-heavy team. If defenses can bottle up Malik Washington or force them to run, the offense becomes one-dimensional. Defensively, Maryland has seen more success. Through 4 games, they've piled up 16 sacks, tied for first in the nation, and 8 interceptions, which ranks second. Their pressure is relentless, and their secondary thrives on mistakes. Against Wisconsin, the defense notched 6 sacks, blocked a punt, blocked a field goal, and returned an interception 46 yards to set up a score. Against Towson, cornerback Lockie Rowland added a highlight reel 100-yard INT house call. Furthermore, freshman edge rushers Sidney Stewart and Zahir Mathis are consistently in the backfield, while linebacker Daniel Wingate has emerged as a defensive leader with double-digit tackles against Wisconsin. Through 4 weeks, Maryland is scoring more than 32 points a game while giving up just 11. That's an impressive margin, no matter who they match up against. Now let's bring it back to Washington. The Huskies' offensive success begins with quarterback Demond Williams Jr. He's shown accuracy and mobility, but against Ohio State, he was under siege. Washington converted just 1 of 11 third downs and failed to find the end zone. Unacceptable. That cannot happen again. To fix it, the Huskies need balance. Running back Jonah Coleman must be fed early and often. A strong run game will slow down Maryland's edge rushers and set up play-action opportunities. From there, Williams can look to receivers like Denzel Boston, Omari Evans, and Desmond Roebuck to stretch the field. Sustaining drives and cashing in with touchdowns, not field goals, is the formula for success. Defensively, Washington has a clear assignment: disrupt Malik Washington. Yes, the freshman quarterback has been outstanding, but he hasn't faced a defense as disciplined as the Huskies. Pressure him, disguise coverages, and force mistakes. Takeaways could be the difference. Washington's run defense has been strong. The question is whether the pass rush can rise to the challenge with injuries thinning the depth chart. And that brings us to the injury report. Left tackle Carver Willis is doubtful with a knee injury. Edge rusher Zach Durfee is questionable with an elbow issue, while Russell Davis is already out for the season. Cornerback Takario Davis is still banged up but hopeful, and wide receiver Rasheed Williams is questionable with a collarbone injury. The Terps are healthier, though defensive back Jamar Glasker and backup quarterback Justin Martin remain questionable. So What are the keys to a Washington victory? Number 1, win in the trenches. Protect Damon Williams, open lanes for Jonah Coleman, and neutralize Maryland's edge rush. Number 2, establish the run. A consistent ground game will create balance and open up big play chances downfield. Number 3, force Malik Washington into mistakes. Collapse the pocket and let the secondary make plays. Number 4, finish drives. Settling for field goals won't cut it. And number 5, special teams discipline. Field position could decide momentum in a close game. Now, why is this game so crucial for Washington? First, it's about confidence. After a frustrating loss to Ohio State, the Huskies need to prove they can bounce back quickly. A win in College Park restores momentum and belief in the locker room. Second, it's about program validation under Jedd Fisch. Washington joined the Big Ten to compete on a national stage. Winning a tough road game against an unbeaten Maryland team shows growth and staying power. Third, it's about credibility. Road wins are the lifeblood of Big Ten contenders. Beating Maryland on their turf gives the Huskies legitimacy and strengthens their postseason positioning. Fourth, it keeps season goals alive. A loss would drop Washington to 3-2, shrinking their margin for error. A win keeps them on track for a quality bowl run or better. And finally, it's about seizing the narrative. Maryland is 4-0 and brimming with confidence. If the Huskies hand them their first loss, Washington resets the story. The Dawgs are still contenders, and Maryland still has something to prove. This matchup has all the makings of a grinder. Maryland's defense will test Washington's offensive line, and their freshman quarterback is good enough to hit explosive plays. But Washington has more balance, more proven playmakers, and a defense capable of limiting Maryland's one-dimensional attack. It won't be easy, but I like the Huskies to bounce back. My prediction, Washington 27, Maryland 20. That's it for this Huskies Central News pre-game preview. For continuing coverage after the game, including highlights and analysis, be sure to like and subscribe. For more news and analysis, visit HuskiesCentral.com. I'm Mason Bennett. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Dawgs.